To E, they made it out, barely. The flames of Fort Knucklebone licked their heels, and for a moment I thought the infernal ruins would take them with it. But no, the party emerged from the smoke-streaked bones of the fort, coughing, scraped, eyes burning with ash and fury. Whatever deal they struck with fate, it hasn't claimed them yet. I kept my distance through the chaos. Maggie's war machine is no more, her lair collapsing in upon itself like a dying beast. The great eye is shattered, her puppets scrambled for scraps and turned on each other as the walls fell. I wonder if any of them knew they were being watched. The loot they gathered was interesting. The dragonhide belt, practically alive with ancestral memory. The adamantine armour, lightless and hungry. The violet cloak warded, cloaked in shadow. And the sun emblem, pulsing with divine fire, defiant even here. I marked each piece. I wonder who among them will wield what, and whether it will change them. But the real test came after. The river Styx called to them, thick as guilt, loud as blood in the ears. And from that cursed fog came 3 offers, 3 temptations dressed as boats, each more grotesque and glorious than the last. They chose the pact of flame and freedom. Vrackel's words were honeyed with ash. He offered them a promise wrapped in carnage. Release Vorthag, the burning moor, and they gained 1 act of pure, unrestrained destruction. I don't know if they understand the weight of that. A pact like that burns deeper than it sears. They signed it. They let themselves be ferried towards the searing jail, where the air peels at your skin, and even thought begins to melt. They stood at the bridge, a thing of broken stone and molten breath, and crossed it. Behind the gates waited a silence louder than any scream, and Axira. I saw her, the binder of oaths, a woman made of contracts and cold fire. Her imp, Quillbit, skittered through the shadow and scrolls, laughing as he wrote their truths down. I do not think they noticed the mirror of immutable truth, or perhaps they did and chose to ignore it. They saw names written upon the chains, in the ledger, sealed. Some names known to them, some already discarded. I feel it, E. This isn't a journey anymore, it's a crucible. Every step they take is shaping them, binding them, burning away what they were to reveal something else entirely. And some of them carry secrets like coals in their pockets, burning, waiting. I'll continue to watch, from behind the smoke, behind the echoes. I just hope they don't become the very monsters they aim to stop. But then again, perhaps that's the only way to survive Avernus. V.
In the Ledger of Chains here, and you just struck up a deal with Bind Axira. You made the deal that you would kill Mordekainen on her and Avernus's behalf, I guess, in return for reading some pacts.
Can I go and look at the mirror?
You can certainly go have a look at the mirror. Are you just going to strut down and have a look at the mirror?
I'm going to walk up to Binder Axira and point to it and ask her what it is.
Okay, well, you can walk down. As you question, Binder Axira replies that this is the mirror of immutable truth, as just alluded to. And this is a mirror that shows the truth of oneself. And she kind of gestures and says, why don't you have a look for yourself?
I don't think I want to know, but fuck it, I'll have a look.
You stand in front of the mirror, and your usual kind of loudness, stumbling, swagger, I guess, in a certain way, is dimmed by an oppressive silence that kind of shrouds around you. As you look in, the reflection forms not your flesh, but a burning outline of yourself, flickering like a man-shaped forge. Your heart glows white hot, encased in iron ribs scorched from the inside, and flames lick your fingertips, but they don't spread, like a fire forced to burn inward. Your eyes are molten coals, full of sorrow, held in check barely. But behind you is a girl. She's desperately trying to put the fire out around you. She's throwing buckets of invisible water over your head, patting down the flames on your fingers. But this seems to just only fuel the fire further. And as you stare, a single word appears etched faintly, glowing across your chest. And in Infernal, it reads choice. The scene dips, and you are stood again just in front of a regular mirror.
I'll look back to the rest of the party and be like, you guys want to go?
I raise my hand. I actually would now. That was quite... Did I see any of that? Could I see it? Oh, okay. Well, judging by your reaction, I'd like to have a go. As a Manotaur says, curiosity is worth 1,000 words.
Truyeg, as you approach the mirror doesn't greet you with flame or shadow, but with light at first. A dull light, then gradually splintering into hues of gold, bronze, and ash. You see yourself as you are, armoured, grizzled, resolute, the symbol of faith growing faintly on your necklace. But then something begins to shift. The mirror shows two versions of you mirrored down the centre, one on each side. One side is radiant, the other is ashen. Your armour cracked, eyes darker, and shadows behind you leering. And then a scene emerges. A dwarven girl streaked with soot and holy ash kneels beside you at an altar, her voice soft, trembling as she speaks a prayer. And your own voice joins hers, steady and kind. She looks at you with certainty, trust, as if you once meant everything, as if you showed her a path when she was lost. Then the light fades, the altar crumbles, the girl vanishes into mist, and you remain alone, kneeling in front of the mirror, with a phrase carved around the emblem on your neck. It says, influence.
Boris, get over here.
I've formed an orderly queue behind Truyeg.
Okay, Boris, you stride up in front of the mirror, and the image shows you, younger, smaller, alone. An image that you've now seen twice in Avernus. But behind that boyish face is an ocean of scars. A skin patched from battlefield leather, almost. One eye is a wolf's, flickering with a silver hunger. The other is a child's, wide and wet with grief. Then your reflection begins to change. It flickers like a broken film reel, flashing through every life you could have had. You see yourself as a knight, a king, a farmer, and lastly, a husband. But as they flick through, they all go and they all burn away. Instead, the mirror now settles on you. Your shoulders starting to hunch like a man who carries too many dead friends. Your trident is mirrored in the mirror, covered in flame and blood. But the thing most clear is the face of a figure behind you. A male orc face, whispering something inaudible. He pats his hand on your shoulder, showing a brief moment of familial love, before the expression twists to something between disdain or regret, as he removes his hand and walks away, disappearing behind you. On your throat, in iron script, there are two words. Caelric Daelor.
Was yours a happy one?
No.
Is Ricky with us?
I am.
Step right up.
Ricky.
Step right up.
Do you wanna have a look in the mirror?
I'm gonna ask the others.
I'll cough and say, if you don't, you're a pussy.
Yeah, right.
You go up to the mirror. In the reflection, your eyes shine with pure reckless momentum. You're moving constant. Your reflection is moving constantly, almost blurred at the edges, like reality can barely keep up. Trails of flame streak behind you with every twitch of your hand, and around you is a crowd, cheering, screaming, but their faces are gaunt. The most striking thing, however, your feet are not touching the ground. You are floating, just ungrounded, and your skin glows ever so slightly, and flames have replaced your eyeballs. Across your forehead, a phrase glows. You win or you burn out. The only thing that remained as you were stood in front of the mirror were the words that were carved into some kind of part of your body at the end of that. That's the only thing you can now see.
I'm just gonna turn around to the others and go. Was anyone else just guard in their reflection?
Mine had influences like that.
Yeah, I just looked into the mirror and he turned me into guard.
How did that make you feel, Ricky?
Oh, I already knew it was coming. And then I'm gonna look at thank you. I'm gonna look at the bird and go, who's that? And then point to the arm, the like eyeball thing.
That is not necessarily a who. That is the Watcher.
Sounds like a who.
Yeah, but like if I was to climb through that painting, who would be on the other side?
No one who has ever got close to that painting has lived to tell the tale.
If only my name was Truyeg Sunweaver Horton, I'd be able to hear that who.
Right, shall we go kill these chains and chop bastards, and we've got to get rid of that Vorthag as well. We've got to save him as well from the jail.
Yeah. But we're in the thick of it in terms of Avernus, you know.
Anyone need to take like a short rest or anything before we head over? It's probably going to get a bit
it's gonna get a bit hairy.
Well, yours are going to be on a long rest. Yeah.
You can short rest for some HP. If
Yeah, definitely. Let's go and have a little sit down.
Yeah.
You guys exit this room without much fanfare or a goodbye from Xera or Quillbit. And you follow along your corridor, descending deeper into the jail. You seem to be going down a considerable amount now. You're over halfway down towards the lava than when you were on the bridge, let's say. And as you descend further and further, you eventually get to a corridor. Either side of the corridor, you can see these long bridges held up by chains with a guillotine at the edge and lava below them. The first two you walk past are empty. However, the third one you walk past, it's a decently long bridge, but you can make out that there is a very large, monstrous figure being held at the end of this.
Does it look demonic in nature or devilish in nature or something else, or are we too far to see?
I'll say you can roll a perception check. It looks demonic in nature.
Our job is to save a demon down here. Well, our side hustle now that we signed another thing. It might be that thing over there, but I don't know. It also looks like it could definitely eat us if we fuck up.
I mean, we can explain we're here with his crew, or his crew sent us.
True. I remember one of their names, Vracus. Is it Vracus?
Vracus? That rings a bell.
It was Vrakul.
Vrakul. Oh, close.
Are you entering?
If all goes wrong, are we going to go with the email play? We've got email to be here.
Yeah. I mean, we've got to stay consistent.
Let me check my phone.
I like it.
You can lead. Are you entering this chamber?
Yo.
So, as you cross the threshold into the chamber, before you yawns a cavern, carved not by mortal hands, but by divine wrath or ancient torment. The only illumination comes from below, where a sea of rolling lava casts flickering shadows across the jagged obsidian walls. A narrow bridge of blackened stone stretches across the abyss, cracked and worn. Its surface glows faintly with infernal sigils pulsing like a heartbeat, or perhaps a warning. At the far end, rising above the lava on a jutted platform, stands a sight that shocks even the most battle-hardened warriors among you. There, shackled by thick chains of writhing arcane energy, stands the broken figure of a Baelor. Once a terror of the lower plains, now a prisoner of the searing jail. His wings, once vast and mighty, hang in tattered ruin, his towering frame carved with scars and infernal tattoos. There are cuts in his flesh where dark, oozing fluid seeps and hisses against the molten heat, and the chains snake around his limbs and torso, burning with celestial fire and devilish script. Below his feet, in the center of the platform, lies a true horror. A gaping magical pit swirling with violet black energy. From its depths rise impossibly long tendrils of shadow and madness, pulsing with ancient hunger. They slither upwards like living things, slick, lashing and curling around Vorthag's legs and abdomen. Each strike tears flesh, rips muscle, and draws shrieks that echo through the chamber like cracks of thunder. Bits of the Baelor's form are pulled into the pit and vanish with wet, sickening slurps. The pit is not merely devouring him, it is unmaking him, pulling away his essence layer by layer, digesting his power and soul for something beyond comprehension. He sees you at the end, and he bellows out in Infernal. Tell your master Vorthag bows to no chains, not now, not ever. You reek of magic and poor decisions. What do you want from me?
Need less of that attitude. We're here to free you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's gonna lead here? Who do we?
Can I get a bit closer? Or can I have a look?
Yeah.
If there's anything
a bit closer.
Whoa. Okay, so you were here. You were here and you took a step forward. Ricky was here, took a step forward. You were here and took a step forward. And Boris was here and took a step forward. Okay, I'm gonna need Ignatius, Ricky, and Boris to take 4 thunder damage.
Crazy.
And as you step forward, the ground below you writhes up and a shock fills your body. Immediately, what are you all doing?
Ricky's gonna get immediately really angry and just go, "Listen, you goddamn son of a bitch! I don't know what bullshit you was just speaking from fucking Japan land or fuck you was just saying. Do not shock me again!"
As you're shouting this at him, a tendril rips up at the Baelor. And you see him, another bit of his flesh pulled apart.
Ow.
So, do we get the sense that shockwave was from him or from the environment?
You don't know.
Well, like
Have any of you moved yet? Are you still standing there?
Well, I was safe.
Ricky's pissed.
I was safe, guys.
Okay, none of you have moved, so I'm going to need the 3 of you to take 6 thunder damage.
I've moved back to where I was. Like, I've not stood in the things. Once I got hit.
I need to take another 6 thunder damage.
Well, you haven't. None of you have moved your tokens anywhere.
What?
Well, I think once I got here, I moved backwards. Like, I moved back to where I started. But we here.
I'm moving forward.
Okay, Truyeg, I'm gonna need you to take 6
Fuck.
thunder damage off that. I
One,
will
two,
say,
three,
for the
four,
sake
five,
of this,
6.
the rest of you have moved back. But if you take any more moves, I'm not gonna give you that.
All right, then I'll also move back after being thundered.
Can I make some sort of roll to try and figure out if I can see if it's him or just like the environment?
Is it arcane?
Can you make an Arcana check for me, please, Boris?
Arcana. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Gee whiz.
That's actually a physical 0, which I'm actually kind of glad because that keeps in character.
You actually think that you can see in front of you 10 different gods appear, and you're convinced that these 10 gods just struck thunder down on top of you.
Vrackle sent us to free you. How can we help?
He'll respond with by getting over here and freeing me.
How is
Well,
he?
he seems initially shocked by the mention of Vrackle. He didn't expect you to come out with that. He responds with, "Strangers don't come down here unless they want something. You better spit it out, but you can at least get across the path properly."
Do you think if we just fucking sprint, we might make it?
Wait. You said that there were sigils of Infernal on the floor. Can I please read them?
They're not written. They are just sigils.
Well, as a person
they
that
are
speaks Infernal,
symbols.
to understand them.
There are symbols across the entire path that relate to thunder. Now, clearly from what Truyeg has done, some of them are real and some of them are not. However, you currently cannot discern this.
Is there any way to figure that out? What can we spitball ideas, fellas? How do we figure out which ones are real and which ones aren't?
Who is the smallest party member here?
I am
Yeah.
the smallest.
Can I pick Ignatius up and like just hover him in front of the first one and see if he takes any damage?
Hover him what in front of the one in front of you?
Like, so where we're all just stood, like,
Yeah.
can I move? Can I sort of like put my arms out with him in my hands and put him out in front of me to see if he's going to take damage with his feet off the floor?
You can do that. Make a strength check for me, just in terms of picking him up and holding him there steadily.
Please don't roll low. I've
Do I
got
roll
no
this
health.
with advantage? I have no idea.
No.
Fuck off. I didn't consent to this.
Okay,
Sure.
so you pick him up and you hold him in front of you here. And as he is above the ground, nothing happens for him. However, as you're trying to pull him back, you lose your grip ever so slightly. And Ignatius, you take 3 thunder damage as your
Right.
toe just drops on the floor.
Right. Okay. Firstly, Ignatius, I'm sorry. That wasn't
You
what I intended. Secondly, I have an idea. What if me and Truyeg throw you all the way to the other side?
Together we throw. How long is this bridge, by the way? Like, could we throw him 70 feet?
We'll call that 70 feet, yeah.
If he's a
You
giant
won't
and
throw-
I go into a rage and throw him,
Is that really what we're doing?
Before we do
Fully make
that,
it.
before we do that, can the slight brains of the pie. I have 35 fermented fruit on my body, on my person.
Yeah.
Can I throw one firstly on the one that I just stepped on and took damage?
You can?
Oh, that's crazy.
Does it activate the sigil?
No.
Fuck.
Hang on.
You're throwing one like piece of fermented fruit, right?
Well, I'm assuming they are 35 like actual like fermented fruits. So I'm
Yeah,
throwing-
yeah, but we're talking about a fermented fruit. Like this is like a fermented apple.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
say.
You're trying to trick fucking devil magic with a fermented fruit right now.
with a fermented apple.
I'm gonna pull out my bottle of plum liqueur. I am now gonna say to you, I dare you to sprint across the tiles, and I'll give you the bottle.
Fair.
Pass out.
I'm a drunk bastard. But
I
I'm
have
not stupid.
I have a feeling this is some kind of invisible maze because I didn't get hit when I stepped forward first.
I'm gonna put the plum bottle back in my bag.
Oh, did you not?
No, because you three got hit initially. I went forward again, right? And then I got hit. Was that correct?
You went to this.
Yeah. So if I step forward one, let's say.
You are fine.
Ah, fuck you. I think there's a path.
Can I inspect that sigil compared to the rest on the row and see if there's any differences?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I help him, guide him? I've got guidance. I'm
you
touching
can give him
you.
guidance.
Guide me. I still get to add a D4, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing a dance on your little platform and speaking magical words whilst he's trying to inspect.
17.
I'll say that you notice this sigil is ever so slightly duller than the rest of the sigils.
Can we make out the dullness of the next one in front of me? Like which direction it is?
Well, currently Ignatius is the only one that can tell the difference.
Oh, sorry. Right. I'm with you. I'm following.
So you notice that the one directly in front of you and forward one and to the right of you are both dull.
Directly in front and forward to the right are dull.
Yeah.
I'm going to move directly in front of me then.
You are okay. No, you can't check that entire fucking thing.
Well, you said I've checked 2 rows in front of me, so is that not roughly 2 rows?
What you can see there,
Yeah, but we don't know what is in front. Could be worse.
I can't check. I can't see. You're saying I can't see over there.
I'm saying that that's not what you asked me to check.
Well, no, but by rows, I meant
To be
like,
fair, I hear rows. I think the entire thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
roll one more perception check for me. I was just doing the 3 squares in front of you.
Guy's crazy.
Because you rolled a nat 20, you can see that the 3 squares to the left of you are dull.
diagonally straight left. That's been our thing so far. Where am I? Where's my... I can't find my...
It's also wrong, but...
Yeah, it's the 2 in the middle. You've drawn the wrong line.
Wait, guys, what's the final bit? Guys, I don't know.
Go to this one.
And then
Go straight.
Beautiful.
Well, firstly, as you arrive at the end, another tendril strikes Vorthag. None of the chains seem to be directly connected to the guillotine currently, no.
So you say we do...
Is there any sort of mechanism connected to the guillotine in any way? Or is it just freestanding?
The guillotine just seems to be freestanding.
Yeah, because I mean, on the photo, there's this little chain thing here, but that's not...
That is just a chain hanging to the left of it. He kind of flutters out his broken wings and, like, leans forward with the oozing coming out of his different appendages and said, "Would you really have me be indebted to you in my current state or at another time?"
Well, Vrackle has said that you help us when we called upon you, so
that is true.
Ready.
You must break my chains first.
Yeah, I
You
say
are
we
not the
fucking
first
do
to
it.
have tried.
Oh,
Right, Strongboy. Let's try and punch these chains and...
yeah, I'll just punch one in.
You're just going to punch.
No, I'll use my mace. I mean, fucking hell, it's a metal chain. I'm not.
I'll two-handed attack one of the chains as well.
I will punch a chain.
I'm going to kick a rock off into the lava because I'm pissed that we're even helping this guy after he electrocuted me, but I will punch it.
He didn't do it.
I know, but
I'm still pissed off about it.
So just to be clear, you're each hitting a chain.
Yeah, 100%.
Can everyone take 2 thunder damage for me, please?
You're kidding.
There is inscriptions on them, and one of you, there is no inscription, but you can hear something. Ignatius.
Yep.
You see written on the chain in front of you, Only fire can.
In infernal, sorry.
You can
this
understand
is just
it.
written in common. This is just written in
It's
common.
just written in plain old English, mate.
Only fire can see through fire.
Okay.
Boris, you can hear ancient whispers in a language that you can't understand as you get closer to your chain. Truyeg, you can see inscribed on the chain, what is given willingly breaks what is bound. And lastly, Ricky Bobby, you can see 4 pieces, 1 whole, only together may you break the seal. And as you got closer to this, I'm going to need you to check your Discord. You see that just reflected in front of your eyes, just floating.
Okay.
I will cast Burning Hands, which I have as a Virginity, on my chain.
I forgot you had that, and that works.
Oh.
The chain
One chain down.
breaks. And is
Incredible.
I think I'm supposed to give up something, but I don't know what is like deemed worthwhile.
I am gonna go into a rage and bring my spirit guardians out and see if the voices change.
okay. You go into a rage, and your spirit guardians come out, and they are floating around you. And the whispers don't necessarily change, but your spirit guardians start chanting them as well. And make a perception check.
Not bad.
Your spirit guardians are chanting them as well and kind of looking at you and chanting them back at you.
Now that his god isn't charting them, can I hear them or still no?
Yeah, you can hear them now.
Do I recognise the language or?
No.
Okay.
You can hear what's being chanted though.
Okay.
Can I drunkenly sing along with them? Just try and repeat their chant.
You can. Can you make a performance check for me?
Of course I can.
You attempt to chant back, but you've had a swig of your alcohol and you're drunkenly slurring a bit, and you don't quite nail it.
Can I hear this as well? Can I hear this as well?
You can now hear it because his spirit guardians are chanting it.
Can I do an impression of them singing it, please?
You can, and you manage to mirror the sound perfectly, at which point the chain breaks and once again slithers down into the pit.
Yes, Ricky. Really,
That's big,
buddy?
dude.
I'm then gonna immediately say read out what I saw and say mine said hang on, I can't read it. Four pieces, 1. I think I've got to put 4 fingers in my asshole. Someone help me. I guess we all got to put 4 fingers in our asshole.
All right, I am going to put a finger up my nose.
At which point all of the chains break.
I don't know. I'm gonna just fucking stack up 100 gold on on the chain. Like, is this gonna work? Because I'm giving it up.
As you stack up 100 gold, the chain starts to wither slightly, but
Oh.
remains strong.
100 gold gone.
All right, hang on. Let me
The
just.
gold is still there.
Yeah. I'm gonna put down another 1,000 or 900 rather. Let's make it an even 1,000.
Oh, do you have, bruv?
Not a lot.
Gonna say that's fucking crazy. Not a lot.
Not a lot, buddies.
As you put the 1,000 on top of the chain. It slithers over, almost collecting the gold, and then dives into the pit below.
Crazy. I bet I didn't need to do that.
You definitely had to cut your hand open.
Giving him my fucking bank account instead.
We don't need 1,000 golden hells anyway.
Yeah, I haven't fucking used it. Yeg doesn't give a fuck, dude.
Robbie's is what? Four fingers, one hole, was it?
Four pieces, one
One
hole.
hole, only together may you break the seal. And he sees an image.
Does the image look
Yeah,
like?
does the image look like something?
I'll be honest, I personally actually, like, above table, fuck knows what I'm looking at right now.
Ignatius, as you
Oh,
get closer to the chain, image appears in front of you.
Alright, thank fuck for that.
crazy.
This is what you see. And Boris, as you get closer, you
Get
see
over it!
I'm coming.
this. And then lastly, Truyeg.
Oh,
you
right.
see
Okay.
this.
I am looking at the bottom right of a picture of a crow or a raven.
That's what it is. I'm looking at the
I've
top
got the top
right
left.
of it.
I've got the top left of it.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
what are we looking at this on? What are we looking at this on?
Tablet.
This is just floating in front of you.
Can
Can I
grab
not touch it? Yeah, I was going to say, can I not grab it or touch it? Or what?
It's as you reach out, your fingers just pass right through it.
That's crazy. So, are there any
What, so
places
if we get closer together, the images get closer together.
Is it like a perspective thing? Like if we all line up where
Yeah.
our image is to us, creating the whole thing?
That's a hilarious idea, but you can only see your own image.
That's
Yeah, but
exactly what
I
I'm
mean is,
saying.
I think if we just say the word crow, or
Crow,
raven,
yeah.
does anything happen?
I've got a crow.
You say the word both crow and raven, and nothing happens. And
Oh.
a further piece of Vorthag is pulled.
Oh, Vorthag's gonna die.
Why don't we all link arms?
Why don't we all stand in the position of like I'll
Great
stand
idea.
in the bottom right.
Oh, yes.
I'll stand in the
I like
bottom
that.
right. Freddie stand top right.
I'll stand
and then
bottom
you
left.
stand wherever you are.
Yeah,
and then we
yeah.
all
Genius.
grasp onto each other's
Intelligent. That's why you're paid the big bucks.
Come on, Boris.
Okay, in what order are you standing?
I'm stood
I'm in the
top
bottom
right.
I'm top left.
I'm bottom left.
So Fred's top right, Yian is top left, Yeg, you are bottom left.
I am.
And so you're all looking what, upwards
Face,
at
yeah.
this point?
Oh, I guess so. Actually, I don't know. Don't know.
Whatever way we deem correct. I guess.
we will just start cranking 360s until it works.
We're bound to hit it.
Okay. Again, not quite how I intended this to go. However, as you stand in this order, a full image of a crow, of a raven, sorry, forms in front of you. The chain breaks, releasing Vorthag. And Vorthag immediately dives out from on top of the pit. And just kind of stands there,
Cool. I am.
dusting himself off and getting his bearings.
Let's make him say a pact or some shit. We're making pacts with everyone in his face.
Yeah.
Let's make him make a pact with us.
We've
Although
already
we've
got
let
one
him
with
out
him.
now, so.
We've already got one with
Yeah,
him.
we let him
Yeah, I was
go.
gonna
He
say.
helps us. We can't just then say, "Hey, give us more pact, and we'll give you some health, you fucker."
Fuck you.
Okay. As Vorthag has dusted himself off, as you seemed to be the most intelligent out of the group, he passes this to you, Ignatius.
I go to reach for it instead.
I also go to reach for it. Wait, you said intelligent.
I'll barge my way around and say it was for me, and I'll take the horn.
He passes you the horn and says, "As the pact has dictated, I am now in your debt. Blow this horn, and I shall appear before you, granting you one request of destruction."
Is
And he then...
is the horn like hollow at the bottom?
It is. Well, it's a horn.
It's a horn. So if I poured alcohol in it, it would fall out.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I'd say we
So-
just get the fuck out of this chip joint.
I'm immediately going to do a shoey out of the horn.
I respect it. I respect that highly. All right, are you leaving the room?
In damn.
Yeah, we're gonna carefully go over the path that we've drawn out.
Okay. For the sake of not insulting your intelligence and ability to follow a line, I'll say that you're all able to do that. And you go back out to the corridor, down this corridor. Presumably you are now looking for chains and charms, right? That's
Yeah,
what you guys
yeah.
are. You're following this descending corridor. These cell-like rooms until you get to a large obsidian staircase that goes down further than you can see.
I have dark vision.
Yes, you have 60 feet dark vision. It goes further than you can see.
What can I see with my 60 feet?
You can see a staircase.
Well, I guess we're going down here, boys.
I'm so pissed off. I just want to fucking kill someone now. Let's just go down there because I want to kill someone. Like Ricky Bobby's like really like eager to get down there. Like making it a point to like push first to like go down the stairs.
So you descend this staircase for approximately about 10 minutes. And eventually...
He would have calmed down by the time he got to the bar.
Yeah, he will have. You find yourselves at the bottom of the jail. And in front of you, you see some charred stairs going up to form what makes seemingly a palace-like building built on top of the lava.
I'm just double checking. No, everyone can see those massive black columns.
Those massive black columns are towers that you cannot see into. This is the first time I've used it, but for the sake of you, I'll explain it. This is dark vision. So the lava is currently illuminating what you can see outside here. However, there are walls all across here. There are buildings. Who's opening that fucking door?
Fucking
Ricky
get
Bobby,
there.
go bang that door down, bro. Tell we got an email.
Is the door locked?
The door is not locked. You push the door open and you enter into a chamber with just a single glowing light at the bottom of it.
What the fuck? I
Why
can't
can't I
see
fucking?
shit.
Why can't I fucking move, Ricky? Burp.
Further in front of you that
Oh, yeah.
seemingly leads further on.
Yes.
Yeah, open
You
that
see
bitch and let's get
another
through it.
charred staircase up here.
Straight up the top. I'm fucking full charge.
We're going full charge.
We're definitely going into something we should not. Ricky, slow down.
Okay,
buddy.
Like
okay,
this, I'm full charge. I'm pissed.
okay.
He's still annoyed.
As you enter this chamber here, there is a large symmetrical chamber in front of you, a massive corridor. Its ceiling is shrouded in shadow, and the architecture seems to move with the shadows. On either side, to both your left and right, there are 3 tall statues of obsidian standing in reverence. Each statue is etched below it with a small amount of writing. Well, you can go look at the statues. Which one do you want to look at first?
The one right in front of me.
Yeah, I'll go to this one. Fuck it.
Front and to the left. You see this statue stood before you. And written at the
Who's
bottom
this?
of it, it says, Veldrin Zar, the Deathless Flame, Archmage of Shadow and Flame. And you see a tall, imposing drow figure with eyes hollow and robes twisted in violet and obsidian.
That's the bastard that killed us. Prick.
Is it?
The inscription below
Yeah.
his name reads, He bound death in flesh, binding the eternal vessel, Veldrin, the flame who burns love.
What about the one in front of me?
And you do recall that Veldrizar was the name of the
Remember,
lich
like, yeah.
that you fought. Okay, stood in front of you, Yian. The inscription reads, Veilgrin the Iron, General of the Twilight region. He shattered empires with an oath and silence, bound to war, broken by peace. And there is a half-giant, clad in engraved plate armor, holding a broken war axe. The figure's face is scarred, proud, jaw set in defiance, and a banner flutters above him in amongst the shadows.
I turn to Truyeg and say, "Do you recognise that guy?"
No, I didn't. Was I meant to?
You do not recognise that
No,
man, no.
I didn't recognise him.
Okay, that one. You see.
Oh, her battery's massive.
You got back off.
What is it?
So-
Who built this one facing the wrong way around?
You see a tall woman with her back to the viewer. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work in Hero Forge, but she is embracing 3 smaller statues in front of her. At the bottom, it says Keldra Mournshard, the Wound Mother. She tried to weave salvation from ruin, but even love cannot unwrite fate. And while the other statues around her wear armor, she wears robes. Her hands bleed gently in a pool of obsidian at her feet.
Question again. Veil of the Dust said he bound death in flesh and he was the what of love?
Bound death in flesh, binding the eternal vessel, Veldrin the flame who burns love.
I'll look at mine next since it's here.
Your one, okay. And it reads, Malcor Mournshard of the 7th Sigils. To the master of the 7th Sigil, he shattered the 6, devoted, devoured. And you see a statue wreathed in a harmless blue flame, eyes made of a blue stone. He holds a towering greatsword and has a 7-fingered hand sigil engraved across his chest plate, which you see to be this sigil here.
Do I recognise that sigil in any way?
Make a history check for me. Can I ask a general character question as well?
Yeah.
How well travelled would you say you are?
Probably in my temple times, I might have got around a little bit doing odd jobs, like travelling from other Manator temples.
Yeah, you were the temple whore.
You heard of the 7th sigil, and from the inscription can presume that this is the sigil of the 7th sigil. You haven't heard much about them. You vaguely have heard of this legendary kind of fighting guild of 7 different fighting styles, and were assorted from warriors all around the world. From what you know, they don't seem to exist anymore. So that's the one next to Malcor.
Malcor or Malcolm? Sorry, Malcor.
Malcor with a Q.
Malcolm's not very scary, is it?
At this statue's feet, Thane Mournshard, the Dusk Riven. And it says below, he never spoke, he never had to. His silence ended cities. And it is a statue of a shrouded man with black feathers carved into his back like broken wings, and the construction of seemingly deadly magic emanating from his fingers. So at left wing, you see this statue. And it reads, Zarithra Mournshard, the Dusk Whisperer. Born of shadow, tongue of lies, hand of mercy, and vengeance. And barely visible beneath the hood, you see the stature of a woman, her eyes gleaming with cruel intelligence. And obviously the statue is holding a great big fuck-off double-edged, double-bladed scimitar. The person you fought at the start, his name is Veldrinzar the Deathless Flame, was his title. There was also Vale Grin, the Iron Blood, and then Valor was the old king. Valor the Dusk.
Everyone of importance, his first name begins with V.
Yeah. Tell ChatGPT to get a new algorithm.
But weirdly enough, it was 4 people related to the king, and then this Veldrin Zardoni, who was basically the big bad of this campaign, which is interesting.
I don't know what you mean by campaign, but
you come into an obsidian chamber. Boris, you come into a mirroring obsidian chamber.
I'm gonna follow Boris.
yeah,
Let's not split. Let's all go the same way.
yeah. I was going to say we have no eyes on Boris and Ricky right now.
yeah. Let's go. Let's go to the
used to be
geeky
get
guys.
fucked on your own as well.
Let's go follow those.
Well, actually, we're the intelligent ones.
Left the cleric and the monk.
Team religion.
Well, can we look at this door quickly?
Yeah, of course you can.
Is this jump easier?
That jump is easier, yeah.
I'll make that jump then.
Yeah, you
Wait,
managed
so
to
where
make
does
that
that this bridge here lead to?
Am I able to just step over the gap as I'm massive?
Ooh.
As he makes the jump, I'll try and grab to yank him back over.
I dip my Birkenstocks into the lava.
Make a strength check, Yian. He's a big boy.
I am a big lad.
You give him some help, but he does have a toe fall into the lava.
Do I lose the toe?
You take 7 fire damage.
Oh, God.
Oh.
There is a single chest.
Wait, guys.
Chet,
I've played enough. Well, Ignatius.
I've played enough Monopoly Deal in my time to. Yeah, from the back says,
I'm definitely better than
watch out for those
single
traps.
chest.
I'm just gonna open the chest.
Damn, dude.
You open the chest, and inside the chest you see 2 things. You
$1 million and a note saying "fuck the rest of you."
It's a death note which has Ricky Bobby written on it.
You see a red shuriken that glows with flame, a seemingly endless flame writhing from the middle of it.
Gone absolutely to the most ideal person.
Through the samurai.
You can read the description in the bottom left there. It's basically when you take the attack action equal to your proficiency bonus, you can split it. And it does 1d6 slashing damage and 1d4 fire damage.
Who left this chest? Like, why is this just left here? We've got to ask the bigger question, guys. The bigger question here is, was this left on purpose for us? Or for Ricky, rather?
Also, inside the chest, you see a ring.
Whoa.
This is a ring of free action. So while wearing this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement, and in addition, magic cannot reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained.
I'm assuming he's to jump back over.
Yeah.
I'm glad I burnt my Birkenstocks.
I'm gonna turn around and say to the group, all you need to teach me now is that Japan language.
I don't know Japan.
Ignatius, that's a nice nat 1 you have there.
It is indeed.
That's going to be 10 fire damage, but I know that's halved. Okay, as you walk into this next corridor here, you find blackened tomes fused to obsidian bookcases lining the walls with a singular black chest at the end of the corridor.
I might be dumb, but that fucker is booby trapped.
You didn't have that feeling with that other one you just did.
It's just it's like instinct, you know. God gives it to you.
Can we? Oh, am I able to check? Am I able to check the chest for like any trap? Does it look weird? Is it emanating?
You can check the chest. I don't know, what would this be? A investigation check?
I'll do an investigation check. 3, 2, 1.
Seems to just be a chest.
Yeah, Boris, you open it. Looks good to me. Reminds me of chests we had up in the mountains.
I'm gonna open the chest. Fuck it.
Go on then.
Well, it's not trapped, so you'll be fine.
And in the chest, you find a singular flail.
Whoa.
A magic flail. And as you can read, perforated with tiny holes around it in different symbols and patterns.
Ooh.
Whoa. Holy shit, that's kind of rad.
Is anyone making claims other than Ricky Bobby and his shuriken as of yet, or are people still holding out?
I feel no desire to go
I've
for
not said
anything.
anything. I'm literally just looking at the shuriken in my hand.
I'll give it to Truyeg and say, I think this would look good on you.
I'm just going to put in my inventory 3 books, and you can remind me what they are later.
Right.
Right, let's press on, fellas.
Yeah, you kick the door really hard.
Right.
I'm gonna kick the door really hard again.
Okay.
Go on. Oh.
Okay, you kick the door really hard.
Damn.
And
Damn.
it buckles
Whoa!
and opens. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative for me.
Not yet, not yet, not yet. He's going to fucking erase our natural 20s.
Okay, everyone click on their token first.
Clicking on
remember.
token initiative. Oh!
Fuck! I didn't click on my token.
He called it. He called it as well.
I always say this. I kind of hate going first because I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
It's a dream to let the cleric go first.
Yeah, but as I just said, I have no idea what I'm doing, so it's ultimately pointless. Mate, I actually think I'm gonna just guiding bolt the shit out of it just for a laugh. Oof. 17.
17 points of radiant damage.
Fucking finger guns out. Boom!
Boris.
I'm going to run up to him and hit him.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Do I have advantage now he's been hit with guiding bolt? Or...
You do, indeed. That's correct. Well done.
Oh, sorry.
That hits, yeah. Jesus Lord, boys. 12 points of damage. And without even letting him move, you swarm him and kill the hell out. Wow, you guys are doing a lot more damage than I should have tested that one. Yeah, you absolutely fucking obliterate him, boys.
A fist bumps go around everyone. Well done, boys. Well done.
There are big obsidian stone gates that block passage each of these ways, and then obviously there is a normal door around here. So it's an organ. However, you do realise written in front of the organ underneath a sheet of magic there is a note. The note says play dead.
Before we leave, I'm gonna play the Chinese.
Roll a performance check for me. He absolutely fucking smashes it, boys.
I'm not saying anything to the rest of the guys, and I'm just going to sneak over here and open his chest.
Wrong door. I've opened the wrong door. I'm gonna go this way. You know when you walk into a room and you haven't seen that someone's just in the room. You know when you open the toilet door and someone's forgot to lock the toilet door and you just sat on the toilet.
You've walked into a pub and every single person turned to look at you.
So you open the chest and you find a pair of bracers.
You've got braces. Fucking metal mouth.
These are bracers of defense.
I've got the ring on.
Oh, we're all cunts. I've got the braces on.
We just took this evil loot and put it on.
Yeah, we are all definitely now wearing cursed loot. I hope you know this.
Oh no! I'm now restrained where I stand.
Above table, we're all wearing cursed loot.
Below table.
Above table, one of the villains' name is Charles.
Ignatius, I don't know what you're talking about. A Malnator will protect me.
Okay, yeah, this is another obsidian book-lined room. Is anyone going to take any of them?
I'll have a read of the spines, add it to my collection. I will have a quick thumb through the one about Veil of the Dusk.
So on a quick flick through, you realise the date of the book, that it was written by someone named Alan Thorne.
Alan.
And then there
Alan.
is... Okay, well, we'll say that they have noticed you by now. So as you pass through the archway, the chamber opens before you. An immense wall of black stone and red gleaming iron. They sit opposite one another in thrones made of knotted roots and veined stone, playing a silent game with ivory dice. As you enter, you see the one covered in chains say, guests at long last, mortals with dust on their boots and schemes in their satchels. Tell me, what winds carry you across the thresholds of the forgotten?
I am sick of every bad person being a fucking poet. No one ever just says, I'm gonna kill you now. They're all like flowery language.
The other one turns to you as you say this and says, don't be so grim. Look at you, still burning, a rare thing in these dying circles. Tell us, travellers, what brings you here?
Mr. and Mr. Cheech and Chong, I love your movie. Can I please get an autograph?
Certainly. And you see, as both of them flick their wrists, the chain that you are stood above lashes up above you and sears you across the cheek with two insignia bits of writing.
As I get whipped across the tree, I'm going to go, you naughty dogs.
I mean, they're just sat there waiting for you to kind of state why you're here.
We are here, I believe, because of an email.
I'm going to say, I'm now going to step to the back of the room and go, Ignatius is our leader. He's got the email. He's logged in on all the main accounts, not me.
He holds out his hand as you get closer, seemingly readying himself.
I'll stop just there then. I'll say, I've got the email in my bag, but I've got to come and show it to you.
Make a wisdom save for me. He says, as he holds out his hand, kind of purple tendrils start forming out from it. And you start to feel him probing around in your mind. And he says, you know of Bell, do you? How would you mere mortals have come across such a great being? And then you feel him kind of dig deeper under your head. And you see a look of shock come across his face. And he says, so the great betrayer still has hands that move in the dark.
I mean, there was something about 4 fingers in an arsehole earlier. I don't know if that's what you're referring to.
And as he does this, he casts Fireball into the middle of you. So firstly, I'm going to need everyone to
DC 28 save.
Those aren't feeding through. I can't see those for Ignatius.
Yeah.
I'll do these with advantage.
Are you even without rage? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because of uncanny senses.
DC 28, like it's impossible to save.
So everyone's gonna need to take 25 points of damage and then roll initiative for me.
Well, and we all rolled the worst initiatives known to man.
We rolled nat 20s versus the fucking dog out the door.
So charms is gonna go to the bottom of the order.
So cooked. I'm so cooked.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna die, boys. It's over.
So Truyeg, it is you to act first.
Okay. I have one tactic which I think could be
recommend
hilarious.
Some healing.
That's what you recommend. It might not be what I do. I might. To be honest, I don't really have a choice. If cleric goes down, it's fucked. We're going to. You're right. I'm gonna just heal at some fucking crazy level. I'll cure wounds myself, and I'll do it at level 3. And then I suppose I also get that bonus again, right? Fuck yeah, I might do that. That's actually a good shout, DM. You're not so bad this time.
No problem.
I'll do that. Bosh, 50. And obviously, I suppose I have to pick. Yeah. Well, I pick these 3 chuckle heads.
Yeah. So everyone heals by 5. Right, it is now Chain's go.
Time for Chains to end game.
And he is going to animate Chains. So you see the 4 chains in the corner of the room
Brilliant.
seemingly come alive. But you see the 4 chains in the corner of the room writhe and almost stand up on their hind legs. Ignatius, it's your go.
I am going to. Now, if I take a step forward, I'm still in the range of the chain, aren't I?
You are indeed.
All right, I'll take a step forward, and I'm going to punch Charms in the face.
Nice.
Go ahead, sir. I'm afraid that misses.
I will do it again.
That does hit.
I will also make this one a stunning strike.
A stunned creature is incapacitated.
Yeah. So I'll do the damage on that one. So flurry blows are just 2 more unarmed strikes.
Indeed.
So both hit
Both hit.
for another 13 force damage.
I am gonna go into rage.
Whee!
I am gonna run up to Chains.
Yeah,
I'm going to hit him very hard. Recklessly.
please do that.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hit him twice, like that. 21, so it's 24, it's 25 damage.
25 points of damage. Lovely stuff.
And then, obviously, I'm raging, so my Ancestral Protectors come out. And because this is the first person I've hit and attacked, Chains now has disadvantage on attacking anyone that isn't me. Does that mean the Chains have disadvantage on attacking everyone else as well?
The chains do indeed have disadvantage on attacking everyone else. Ricky, what you got?
I'm gonna one-handed slash at this chain.
That hit. 9 points of damage.
I'm then gonna do it again.
Please do. For 15 points of damage. And that takes out this chain here.
Skadoosh.
We're back up to Truyeg.
I'm gonna try something. I mean, hopefully this does something. Can I throw out a command to Chains? Let me see if it hits first. Let me see if it hits.
What word?
I'm going to use the word disengage. Could that do anything? Would that do something?
That could.
It feels like it'd do something, so I'm gonna do it.
And what's your spell save DC?
15.
Okay. He has heard your command and he is affected by it. Do they wait till their next action to?
It should be immediate, I think. You might. Oh god, it's such a wall of text, man. My eyes. All right, no, I guess I'll just Shield of Faith, my boy Ignatius. +2 to your AC. Yeah.
The chain is going to follow the command
damn right.
that has been given to it. So it is going to take the disengage action and then move.
I don't know what disengage does. I feel like I could have picked a better word, but whatever. What's done is done.
Oh, you will get an attack of opportunity again. Oh no, it's disengage action, so it won't.
I still get an attack of opportunity against disengage.
That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
So that hit, and that is 14 points of damage.
And when I hit, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the time.
Oh yeah, so it just stays there.
Damn.
Well, this other chain is going to take the disengage against Ignatius and move over here. Chains is also going to take the disengage action, but you will get an attack against him. So, and his speed may drop to 0.
I will say you only get 1 reaction per turn. So actually,
yeah, that is true.
Oh, true. Okay.
So he moves to the back.
Be to the rules, but
no, that's true. Cheers for that. Yeah.
By getting him to disengage, I've made him a more formidable opponent.
Okay, Charms. He is still stunned, so it's until the end of your next go, isn't it?
Let me just double check. I can't remember if he's charged end of his go or if it's end of my go. Stunning strike.
Okay, and then this chain is going to move 10 feet over here, so you will get an attack of opportunity against that.
Damn straight. I'm trying to click. Bosh.
You're not using your new weapon?
No.
Okay.
I picked that one. It was instinct. It was instinct. Yeah.
And then another key point, flurry of blows.
Yeah.
So which is another punch. Oh, we've crit.
Crit.
19 total from the 3 that hit.
So that's 13 for the second set.
Charms is still stunned, incapacitated. You have advantage on that person regardless.
No, it's the end of your go now, so isn't it done?
Oh yeah, sorry, no, he is now no longer stunned or incapacitated, so you wouldn't.
I am gonna reckless attack. Charms.
Go ahead. Both of those hit. 11 plus 14 for 25 points of damage. Ricky Bobby.
I'm gonna move to here. I am going to slash at the chain with a...
And that destroys this second chain.
Oh.
So that misses.
Action surge.
For some reason I've got a random fault to action surge.
Yeah.
So that allows me to attack again, does it?
You can take the attack action again, yeah. So he is going to use his reaction to cast Shield, and that now no longer hits. Truyeg, it's back to you.
I think I'm gonna go a bit of a Hail Mary, if I'm honest, just for also Truyeg's a maverick, dude. I'm gonna run, right? It's going to go Bosh. That's 20 feet. And then, yeah, I can easily make that. Bosh to chains. And then I'm going to do Earth Tremor.
Well, one square short.
I am meant to be next to chains. Earth Tremor.
Yeah.
Bosh. He has to do a bloody save.
Dex save.
Oh, I bet he's dexterous. Okay. Look at him. He looks dexterous.
He has no...
Damn 18. It! That could be a bit of fun. I'm going to cast a Spiritual Weapon, Bosh, and I think when you cast the spell, you can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. All right,
that's your spiritual weapon.
It's a pretty cool spiritual weapon, if I do say so. It was going to be a mace, but the like head of the mace looks like the sun. It's like a fucking glowing spiky mace.
So it's like a morning star almost.
Painted yellow for the sun.
That does hit, yeah.
So on a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
You can just click.
Oh, I
spiritual
can.
weapon
I
and
can.
it'll roll the damage
Oh,
for you.
yeah. Boosh. 6.
So he takes 4 force damage.
It's something.
Sorry, he takes 6 force damage. Just behind you, Ignatius. And is going to attack against you.
That's a miss.
He is going to make a multi-attack
Oh, well,
against you.
that's good. Bring it on.
So first one is a crit. Well, that does 15 points of damage.
Goodness.
And then it's going to make another attack.
Oh, God.
26.
Oh, God.
Which does 12 damage.
I'm going to reaction Spirit Shield.
Yeah?
What does that do?
Yeah. Means I get to roll 2d6 because my Spirit Guardians. And you get to take off 9 of that damage.
Okay, so it was
you only
12.
take 3 damage on the second one.
Goodness me. Saved my life.
The bastard coming in clutch. Jesus.
And for now, that's going to end his turn. It is now Charm's go. Firstly, remind me of what item everyone has.
I have the braces.
I have the ring.
The what are they called? Shurikens.
The mace.
Okay, so Charms is going to speak some words, and I'm going to need Yeg to take 1 point of radiant damage. Ricky to take 8 points of fire damage.
Slag.
Ignatius to take 3 points of force damage.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And Boris to take 5 points of force damage as well. So he's going to do that. And then he is going to cast. He is going to do an arcane burst at short range. So that is one target. So he's going to target you, Boris, with that because you've hit him, and he would have disadvantage on the others now, wouldn't he? So he has multi-attack, so he's going to make 2 of these.
Oh.
Oh. Did get a bit of loot to do with crits, though, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Oh my God. Do you know, I even read that before we entered this place, and I was like, I will remember that. I can use my reaction to expend 1 charge, so it turns to a normal hit.
That'd be really useful when you got critted about 5 minutes ago.
Brother, I told you I forgot. I told you. It did not even pass over my brain.
You take, without the crit, 19 force damage. So good job you used that, because that would have been 38 points of force damage, if not.
Well, Yeg was getting beaten up. He did forget.
I would have gone down there, by the way.
It's kind of sweet how you saved me and I saved you.
So this chain's going to move up behind you, Ricky Bobby, and is going to make an attack. Presuming 11 misses.
Yep.
Cool. And now it's back to you, Ignatius.
Right. I'm going to punch Charms.
Just take him out of the equation.
6 force. Is that enough?
How would you like to do this?
I want to punch my fist through the stomach of Charms, and then, like, sort of open my hand into like sort of like a karate chop kind of vibe, and then slice it outwards and sort of like cut away half of his stomach and just watch him fall to the floor.
Black blood starts to fall out of Charms's chest as he grips your fist inside of him. And then as you pull it out, he crumples to the floor in front of you.
Then going to rush 25 feet forward. I'll take the attacks of opportunity from the 2 chains.
Okay.
Second one does hit, yeah.
For 16 points of slashing damage.
I am down, so I don't even make it there.
We'll say you make it to here. All
I
right,
am
Boris,
down, yeah.
you're up.
You're down, yeah.
I am down, yeah.
I'm gonna run up to chains, and I'm gonna reckless attack.
18 and 25 do both hit, yeah. Oh, for 26 points of damage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. And chains as you're slashing away at him, the chains that make up his body are starting to separate a bit, and you're starting to see gaps from within, and you're starting to see him slump a bit more. Ricky Broby.
I'm going to swing at the behind me.
Go on, my son.
I believe in Ricky
Actually, I'm gonna
Bobby.
swing at the change,
16 misses.
Alright, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna pick you.
I'm afraid, unfortunately, you've taken the attack action, so you can either take another attack or you can.
You know
end your
what?
turn.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna attack again. Run away. So I just don't have to pick you up.
28 crit.
Okay.
I'm afraid you haven't destroyed it, but that has taken a considerable amount of damage with
I'm
your action.
Gonna have to just healing word my boy Ignatius. It's gonna have to be done.
Okay, that'll be your bonus action.
Yeah. Oh, that's my fucking healing word. You're killing me. Why am I limited in this way? That is just.
We'll say you can exchange an action for a bonus action, or vice versa. So if you want to use two bonus actions, well, you can't use two actions, but you can exchange an action for a bonus action.
Yeah. So in that case, but I could go up to him. Oh, that could be nice. Oh, that's much better. So as my action, I'm gonna go over to. Oh.
Are you sure?
I never said anything. I'll healing word Ignatius then as my bonus action. So that is hang on, 1d4 with my spellcasting modifier, right? Obviously, that I've also got my Disciple of Life, which is 2 plus the spell's level, right? When you cast it, that restores to a creature other than you. Well, that's good. That's still good. Do you know what? And also with Blessed Healer, I get 2 plus the spell's level on top of that to me. Fuck, boys. Sorry, that was a bit of a cluster, but you know.
And then what bonus action hit with the spirit?
Hit the spirit. Yeah, he gets a go, doesn't he? He gets a little. How does it work? What does he do? It should be 1d8. Okay, where is it? Spiritual weapon. Motherfucker.
That misses, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
Come on, don't roll high.
11.
Miss.
So that'll be 7. And then he's going to go at you, Yeg,
Thank fuck.
with a 26.
Wow.
Which I presume hit.
Yeah.
For 11.
Oh.
Spirit shield.
Okay. So you're going to reduce it by 2d6. So 8. So you only take 3 points of damage.
Oh my god, dude.
So it's this chain's go.
Roll low.
Oh, that hits.
Oh god.
Just 10 points of slashing.
Oh, I'm back down again.
Boris.
Right. Reckless attack.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Let me fucking crit.
So that is, 9 plus 15, so 24, sorry.
Ricky, you're it's in my go. Or I'm just gonna move over here. Actually, run it back.
Yeah,
Give
no
Ricky
problem.
ultimate. This is your time to nod it over the line for the second boss in the fight.
Swing one-handed.
And misses.
I'm gonna swing one-handed again.
Please.
Well, that does hit. However,
What, however?
it's going to use its reaction to use Unnerving Mask. So when a creature the devil can see hits the devil can create an illusion that looks like one of the creature's departed loved ones or bitter enemies. For the sake of this, we shall say that someone you don't recognize, however, holding a long chain whip, appears next to you. Can you roll a wisdom save for me?
And one of the characters lobs their entire lore into the river Styx.
Ricky Bobby.
So you power through this, not taking any notice of who appears next to you.
Couldn't give less of a
Doing
fuck, could
11
he?
points of splashing damage. How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my katana onto the bottom of my foot, so like the handle's like on my foot, so I'm like balancing it. You know, like where you like hold a pole at the bottom and you're like balancing in it to like stand up.
Yeah.
I'm like gonna do that, and then I'm gonna like kick it up in the air. And as Chains like looks up, I'm gonna lob a like an underarm throw, a shuriken into its throat, and then catch a katana.
And the chains around him separate, falling to the floor as just inanimate chains. And the two chains that were surrounding Ignatius disappear.
Mate, that's got to be the most grueling D&D fight we've had.
That's been a tough one.
That was a tough one.
At 56, that's where we're going to call it for today.
Can I just
Yeah, go on, give him a quick... Do you have enough spell slots still?